Hey, Klara, Adalena here, preparing for my life. Bear with me as I kind of get everything together. I'm so much an in-the-moment person. I always think I should prepare this, and I never do, because I have to prepare it more than 15 minutes beforehand. If I miss that one, I just have to improvise, which actually I like doing. So here we go. Slowly going, getting it together. Yay. Now getting myself some tea. Do you get yourself some tea too? And then we'll start. Giving yourself permission to win in love and life. Klara, Adalena here at the Love for Life Academy. Bring your awesomeness to dating. I'm excited to have another opportunity to speak to you. We were on the call just now with the women who actually work with me. And we were speaking about, when dating is not working out, right? That's tough. Hey, Joanne, good morning. Good to see you. So I guess you know that feeling too, Joanne. When dating, you're doing, actively engaging, showing up, and it's not working out. That's frustrating, right? That's really frustrating. It's exhausting, it's depleting. It makes you think bad things about yourself. I'm not good enough. I'm not fun enough. I'm not, all those enoughs. My hair doesn't look good enough. That's always my thing. My go-to excuse, no, my hair wasn't good enough. Nonsense. But it does so much. It is exhausting. I mean, in anything. I was thinking just yesterday, right? What if you want a job? Many of us are looking around for a job. You're applying. Every time you send out that letter, there's a hope in you. Maybe this will be it. There's an expectation and getting curious. You're seeing things. If it would be this, it could be like blah, blah, blah. And then it doesn't work out. Either you don't like the job or the job doesn't like you or it doesn't work out. Now, that doesn't matter if that happens once or twice, right? It's a bit of but it doesn't really matter. But when this is what happens continuously, and when you never get the job or never take the job, that is frustrating as hell. Then we go to Michelle, good morning. Then we go to an arbeidsbureau, as we call that in Dutch. I don't know the English word, but somebody to help you with actually getting a job. How can you do it differently? So many trainings, interview trainings, right? So we're speaking today, I'm Klara and Adalena, we're speaking on how to win in love and life, how to give yourself permission to win in love and life. Because when you're not winning in love, it is so painful. And if you want to share something, right, this is interactive, great to have some more women here on the call. This is interactive, feel free to, what's it like for you, right? When you're dating and it's not working out. And I was comparing to job interviewing. If that isn't working out for some time, everybody realizes you need to take action because you just can't keep going on and being not chosen or not choosing yourself. Nobody can stand that. It's inhuman. Same in dating. But somehow here we have much less understanding of, you can take action. You can be winning. And somehow it's almost like a dirty word, right? Winning in love. Oh, does that mean I will just grab the first man and take him to the altar? down the aisle? No, it does not. That's not winning, that's losing, right? Winning in love means that you feel really yummy in yourself to begin with, that you feel that you're really worth it to have a partner, that you feel you're really excited about moving forward in life with somebody. It's also scary, right? Because when we used to take our own decisions, then sharing a household, sharing a life, it's a huge shift. How do I do that without losing myself? But when you're really clear, like, yeah, it's scary, but this is what I want, because I want to live in love. I choose this for myself. Then what you need is giving yourself permission to win. Permission to be that one woman who actually makes it. I've been looking at statistics over the weekend. It was not fun, to be honest. I mean, thinking of all of you, right? In your 30s, 40s, 50s, looking for a partner. The stats where I will be publishing it soon. I'm creating an article on it. But basically what it's saying is, when you're single now, what is your chance of still being single in 5 years? Well, pretty high. I'll give you the exact numbers soon, but the chance of still being single is way more than 50%. Way more. And it gets worse when you get older. Now, that doesn't mean that you can't find a partner, right? Same as with jobs and job interviews. When the market is tight, or how do they call that in English? Cup, we say in Dutch. When there is little vacancies for jobs, does that mean that you're not going to find a job? No. Does it mean that you really need to give yourself permission to be the one who wins, to be the one who gets the best job? Yes, you need to take action. Same here. The market isn't easy, to use those words. Doesn't mean it's impossible. It means you can take action. And one of the first actions you can take is to give yourself permission to win in love. Because so often we are like, yeah, but, and the whole sabotaging thing is all over the place. I want to have the best man, but I cannot say that out loud because my friends wouldn't like me. You know, maybe that's your mind chatter going on. I want to be married within a year. But then the mind chatter goes on. You can't say that. The man would think you only want them for the kid and for the sperm. I want to move forward in life and not stay single. You can't say that, the mind chatter goes, because if you say that, you're implying you're not happy now. And if you're not happy now, who will want you? Right? We have all this mind chatter going on day in, day out. And what I want you to get, I'm going to do a series actually on the first date. It's going to be six lives, coming 3 weeks, Tuesdays and Wednesdays. Tuesday mornings, Wednesday afternoons. A series of 6 on the first date, and it's around the theme of giving yourself permission to win in love and life. We're allowed to say, this is what I want, right? We're allowed to say that in love. And mind chatter, but that's not romantic. I should just wait for it to happen. And it sounds so sweet and it sounds romantic. But the reality is, it's not romantic. I speak to all those women who go on dates year in, year out without moving forward. It's not romantic, I tell you, it's hell. And every time you kind of make yourself do it, and every time it becomes a bit harder. And every time you come home with a deep sigh, this wasn't it again. Either he was not the man for me, or I was not the man for him. Or you think after the first date, very relevant today. Thank you, Michelle, for sharing and opening up. And sorry, that is relevant, right? I had hoped it would be less relevant. But it's the sad truth, it becomes much harder every time. If you want to share more about it, Michelle, please do. And maybe the worst times is when it does feel great on the dates and you do feel the man is excited about you and you are excited about him, and then he doesn't text back, or there is a second or a third date and then he just disappears. Maybe those are even the worst cases. It's almost, when you compare with the job interviews, it's almost better to get a no, sorry, not interested right away, than to be taken through the whole process to not then be chosen after all. Right? It's so hard when that happens again and again, and that's not romantic. It's hell. So that's why I say, we need to allow ourselves to win in love and in life, and to stand up in that position. I'm going to be winning in love. And actually, it is romantic. Actually, it is. It's just mind chatter. The mind chatter is actually what it's doing, is it's keeping you fixed in the traditional role of women, right? We were sweet. We were never asking for something. We were always taking care of everybody's needs. We were sexual when the man wanted us to, but we didn't have our own needs or anything. Oh no, gosh, no, not me. That's the old nonsense we were told as women, and luckily women are not told that anymore. But that doesn't mean that it's totally gone from our culture, right? And it still shows up that when a woman just simply strongly says, I want a partner within the next 6 months, people go like, ah, and your own mind goes like, ah. That's all part of the old program. It's nonsense. So I'm about to give this, I am starting this series of 6 to give you permission to win in love and life, and permission to want to win in love and life. Joanne, very relevant for me as well. You can feel you're on a journey to meet someone, but I do wonder, where is the man I would like to meet? So sometimes you can start feeling doubt about the journey. Exactly. And Joanne, how can I say that? Ta-da. Once we allow these kind of thoughts, right? Where is that man? I didn't see him yet. Once we allow that to be our focus, it really starts becoming hard. There is enough good man out there. There is enough good man out there. It's interesting, the statistics, I will be showing them. They show that actually on the statistical level, situation for men and women is the same. Now, statistics doesn't say everything, right? But it confirms what I see in other ways, in very different ways. Men are doing their work. They're connecting to their heart. They're connecting to their feelings. They're learning to talk. Sorry, man. But they're really learning to talk in an intimate space and to share what's going on and to hear somebody who is sharing what's going on. And to set their own boundaries, because men too have been crossing their boundaries. If your woman is complaining, you just shoulder it and you make her happy again, right? That's what they have been taught. Well, that's not always functional either. It can make a man really cross his own boundaries and then build up resistance, of course. But men are learning to do that differently. There is enough of them. But are you attracting them? And that's where the permission part comes in. If we say, I'm not attracting them, so they don't exist, so I start doubting the whole journey. That's like, okay, that's the loser's mentality, right? If you go to the Olympics with an attitude of, well, I don't know how I'm ever even going to cross the finish, let alone be first, that will make the training really hard, and that will make it really hard to show up there. And then if you come there, you'll just feel so impressed with all those great athletes, and here is small little you. But if you go to into a place of, I'm giving myself permission to win. I can win those Olympics. And that's what I'm training for. And I come there with an attitude of a winner. And I know many others are doing it too. We'll see what happens. But then you've already won, right? Do you see? Then you've already won. Because in the end, it's not about that gold medal. It is about the relationship. And yet it is not, right? That paradox. So to give yourself permission, Joanne, Michelle, everyone who's listening, give yourself permission to win, to want to win, to say you're going to win, to visualize you're going to win, to speak it to your friends. That can be a huge step. It's almost like a coming out, right? I want to be in a relationship in half a year. And I feel powerful and I feel good about it. And I want it to be a winning relationship. I'm not going to settle for a man who doesn't feel right. I'm not going to attract a man who doesn't feel right. I'm not going to do anything that I don't want to. But I'm going to win, right? That means I will find the man of my dreams and I will be the woman of my dreams so that I show up as the full woman I can. I show up as a radiant goddess. I align with my inner goddess. I align with what is beautiful and like myself. And I keep rooting back in that. I align with what is sacred in myself. And I keep rooting back in that. So welcome to all the newcomers, Klara, Adalena, giving yourself permission to win in love and life. And when you actually do that, you become the woman who really shines, who really is in her goddess, who doesn't keep checking in with a man how things are, but who keeps checking in with her source how things are. Now, do you feel the difference in energy of that? Source is where we get new energy from. So if dating is being depleting, when you start checking in with your source, your divine feminine essence, then you get energy again. Then this whole depletion thing doesn't kick in. So in dating, as in everything else, take care of yourself and keep checking in with your sacred feminine source. And you will start to emanate that energy too, right? It's a different energy. Oh, I'm trying something and it's not working. Or, I'm intent to win. And I know that to do that, I need to keep checking in with my own source. That's where the power of attraction comes from. And another thing we will learn when we're really ready to win in love and life is to have a queen mindset. What do I mean by a queen mindset? And I will speak more about this, right? I'm going to do a series. This is the first of 6. First dates, beginning with dating, giving yourself permission to win in love and life. Another thing that will come up is the queen mindset. What do I mean by that? That you think and act like a queen. Does a queen exhaust herself by going on dates one after the other every night? Of course not. If she feels like it, yeah, go and do it every night. If she's tired, what does a queen do? She takes care of herself. She invites one of those amazing men, I'm tired, can you come over and give me a massage? Right? Take care of yourself. Ask for what you need. You will find, I'll say more about it later, but the queen, because she expects the best and she expects to be taken care of, she gets the best and she gets taken care of and she gets to choose, right? Everybody wants to marry a queen or a princess. Marrying the girl in rags, it does happen, but it's much more rare. And in our time, it's not about the clothes you wear, right? I can show up here in anything. You can show up on a date in anything. It's not about that. But it's about your mindset. How do you see yourselves? How do you think? How do you act? Does your acting align with your thinking? Is the queen everywhere in there? Or is there, I'm doubting myself, I'm actually unworthy of love. No man has ever really seen me, so nobody will see me now. When you stay in that, I can tell you the outcome. And I think you know the outcome too. And as I said, unfortunately, the statistics confirm your worst expectation. But when you go into that queen mindset, expect the best, you get the best. You're the one who walks down the aisle with that amazing, conscious, heart-connected man in a relationship that is full of heart and soul and love, and real too, right? That's what we're talking about. Permission to win in love and life. I want you in that place. And then again and again, with the women who work with me, amazing men appear in their lives. Love is one of my such a sweet me. Like, when you feel totally rotten and there's somebody you wait, something like that, more beautiful, of course. And I with this amazing, she always have to be at her best. She's really feeling that she is loved. So I want that for all of you. I know it's possible. You know it's possible. When you give yourself permission to love, win in love and life. Coming Wednesdays afternoon, 3:30 Amsterdam time, Tuesdays 8:45 Amsterdam time. I will be continuing on what does that really mean? To give yourself permission to win in love and life. What does that mean for your first date? You're going to get awesome day, awesome from moving forward. Aloha and speak soon.